Okay, so I just got done filming the covers for the Everlasting Bundle album that we made, and I had to hide it so that, because I don't think your guys gonna see that video until after this video. But anyway, so I kept talking about how I cleaned my space up, and I could probably give you guys a quick, not super detailed, handheld tour of my studio spaces. So I'm still apprehensive about it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, you know, but I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna, hopefully my camera, I'm gonna have to hold my camera so it won't be too shaky. So anyway, and then there's a lot of stuff coming that you guys haven't seen yet that are in the works, so I'm gonna have to try to hide that stuff. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna give it my best shot here. So this is the long-awaited studio tour. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So the first thing I need to do is take you off the tripod, and I will be back. Okay guys, so I am holding my camera in my hand, so it's probably gonna be a little shaky, but I'm gonna do my best. So what I'm showing you now, this is where I film and create. This is where I pretty much do everything. So there's my workstation right here. Oh, there we go. There's my workstation right here. And my camera is usually right there. So this is my tripod. It hangs over top of me. So that's usually where the camera that I'm holding is right now. And then you can see all the lights that I have around me. It gets pretty hot up here because of the lights, but it's kind of, the window is behind me, so it's hard to get good lighting. So anyway, so here's what you see when I'm working, and I have some tools over to this side. This is another one of my little boxes that I've made, and all of my scissors and bone folders and all of that, the score tape, the glossy accents, art glitter glue, Fabri-Tac, just different things that I use, my glue stick, all of that is right here, and this is where I tuck my little garbage bucket. What do you call that? I don't know what you call that, a little garbage box right there. And I also have a basket right behind here that I throw things in just to get it out of my space. And then I usually keep my inks up top here in their little slider thingies, so it makes it easy. And then that tray behind there is also a catch-all where things that I use, like you can see my little stick pins are still there. I'm not sure what I want to do with those yet. Whoa, focus. Okay. It's such a new thing for me. It's so weird. So anyway, so that's kind of a tray that I use to put everything in so I can take it to my PSS room, which I'll try to show you guys that as well. So swinging around over to here, oh, there's the album that I just finished, but I'm not going to show it to you yet, so you haven't seen it yet. So those are all of the Everlasting albums that we've made. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so here is where I keep all of that stuff that I always reach for. So I've got all the embellishments here, and the flowers, and the whole reinforcement. Everything that I use is in this box. This was actually, I think, a prototype box that I made from my keepsake stuff. So all of it's here, and then there's the washi tape that I tuck behind there. I didn't use that. Oh, oops, don't say, I can't give away secrets. So I have all of that literally right next to me. So this moves over to where I'm filming. And then I scoot it back out of the way. So look, I just finished that album, so I haven't cleaned up. I did that just for you guys so you could see what where that stuff goes while I'm filming. And then you'll notice my purple, this is purple masking tape. This is how I hold down my photography background, or backdrop, I'm sorry, onto my workspace. So I was getting ready to change it out to start something new. I always do that when I start something new. I'm not really sure why. But that's how I keep it down. People have asked me that, and I just use purple masking tape, of course. So anyway, so that's that. So I'm going to step back so you can see. This is where I stand. Every time I'm filming, this is where I stand, unless you're seeing my face. Then I'm sitting in a chair. So these are doors that I usually just leave open, and that is my garbage. You guys ask me all the time, it looks like I'm throwing stuff on the floor. No, it's going into that recycle bag. I'll keep all of my big bags from stores so I can use it as a garbage bag. So I just clip it onto my door here, my cabinet door, and of course the space, look at that. I had spilled some, I think it was I think that was India ink. It just fell. It got all, I spilled some on my rug down here. This is my studio, so I'm not too concerned about it. So and there's the other door. And then there's a set of doors over here that has stuff in it. So I thought what I would show you is where I keep most of the stuff that I use. This drawer pulls out, which is nice. And there's my paper trimmer. There's all my extra glues and all just different doodaddy things. Glassine bags, just things that I've experimented with over the years. Somehow they've just never left this space. I'm not sure how. Just random things that I've picked up, thinking that I'm going to use in my junk journals or in my traveler's notebooks or stuff like that. There is my tape runner. There's my Big Bite, Crocodile 2, sorry. There is some more scissors and more glue, some different tools. Why I have a candle, I haven't a clue, but there it is. Here's all of my We Are Memory Keeper corner chompers. I keep them right there. And then here's some other tools. There's my office hole punch, my new 10-hook scissors. There's my, I can't remember what that's called. There's my tiny attacher, some different little hole punches, just random little things. And there's this thing that I only used it one time. I don't think that it's quite worth the investment. I guess it just depends on the person. But there's some extra tape. Anyways, there's some extra rulers down there. So it's nice that this slides. So when you hear me get my paper trimmer in and out, that's where it's coming from. Oops, sorry. And then down here, the second one. Now you'll see all these little paper clippings. Yep, this is what it looks like on I haven't sweeped that out yet. So nice. Okay. So under here I have this little thing. It's got paintbrushes and it's got that little spatula thing I always grab for nippers, extra glue, jewelry making tools, just randomness, things I need. I can't even get in those drawers. I'm not even sure what's in there. There's more magnet stuff that I was playing around with. It didn't work out. My Big Shot, my sewing machine. Here's the tool that my hubby made me. When I was making a whole lot of journals, he made this tool for me so that I could poke holes easily into each signature so it would be even and I could do it quickly. So he made that for me. Very, very, very awesome. And then under here, it doesn't pull out. When I used to do stained glass, I have these wood things that my husband also made me. I would use those when I would be making like a window or the door, replacing the glass and making a pretty stained glass thingy. But there's extension cords and another tripod, and what are those? Those are, I don't know. Oh, those look like, oh shoot, let me see if I can grab one. Stickles. I'm not a big Stickles fan. And some embossing powders. There is my laminator. And just random. See how random? I know you can't hardly even see there, but it's random. Okay, so let's move on over to this next one. So the one that's next to me, whoa, things are gonna fall. Okay, so this is in the cabinet. That's what's right next to me. Again, stained glass stuff. In that box here is stained glass stuff. There's tools in there, extra tools. I have to have my own actual like tools because they disappear. Otherwise I have to hide them up here. There's my We Are Memory Keepers envelope board and the frame board. Let's see, what else do we got? There's my Distress It All. There is a 7 Gypsies binder punch thingy, glue, gun thingy, heat tools. Those are packages from the Sizzix. I don't know. Anyway, more stained glass stuff there at the bottom. So just a lot of random, basically. But I don't get in that cabinet very often. It's 80 degrees today, you guys. It's just terrible. Okay, so let's move over to here. There's that box, the set of boxes that you guys always see in my videos. And it houses things like my brads and clips and paper clips and stuff. There's just a bunch of random tools. I am going to do a printable on this and on my ink thing. I didn't make this one, but I don't like it, so I want to make it better. So I'm going to do one for my ink storage there. And then this is where I keep my little notepad. This was an old what do they call this? Not a signature note. Oh, I can't think of it. It's what goes into a book. Anyway, I had never put it into any covers, so I used this to take notes. And up there, I've got some cool crystals. Amethyst, of course, my favorite. And I don't know, you guys, I have 2 piggies in my space here. Why? Where they came from? Do not know, but I love my little piggies. They hang out with me. I don't know why. And then I've got some essential oils and some cuticle oil. People ask me all the time, how do I keep my fingernails looking so good? I use cuticle oil, that's why. And then here's where I keep my workbook when I'm filming. Oh, and there's my phone. Also, when I'm filming, I keep it out of the way. And then back here, you guys, this is my new exclusive template. It's done, and it's ready for the May-May-May-to-Con, first ever May-to-Con. So I'm not going to show you that, so I'm going to keep that hidden. So anyway, so there's all the stuff left over from making the Everlasting Bundle album. And then up here, when I had this space designed, this was designed to hold stained glass. So it worked fantastic. But since I've moved away from stained glass quite a bit, I haven't done it in years, it's also working fantastic for paper storage. So there's where I've been keeping my muted backgrounds and different printable things. And here's my scrapper keeper and just random things, just random. A lot of times the stuff is just random. There's my roll of foam tape, different specialty papers, my build embellishment binder. It's been hanging out in here. There's some different paper pads I want to try, some different paper pads I want to try. There's some solid, there's my scoreboards and my craft mat. There's a grungy craft mat, and for my mink, there's different things in here. More paper trimmers. Oops, sorry about the glare. There's just more stuff. There's the what are those called? Craft mats over there. So this stuff rotates in and out. It never stays the same ever. So but yeah, so it's really convenient to have all that stuff there. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. I'm trying to go quick. It's probably going to be a long one. Okay, so and then directly behind me is this long cabinet. I won't be able to get the whole thing in frame, but I will open up these. I did these stained glass doors, by the way. Aren't they pretty? You can't really tell how, but there's different colored glass in there. So I did those when I first had this space done. So inside of here, I've got brushes and paints and glues and just a bunch of different randomness, basically. So that's cool. Let me close those. And then down here, this is a really long one, really tall. Goes all the way down to the floor. So I keep big canvases, even though I haven't painted a big canvas in a while, and all the different types of paper that I use down there. And then here's like, all of this is like artist stuff. Like there's watercolors, there's acrylics, there's the Neocolor 2s, there's just all kinds, markers, gessos, just a whole bunch of stuff in this cabinet. So this is a fun cabinet to be, a fun cabinet to look through. And then directly behind me is this thingy. It was full the other day, but like I said, I cleaned it up for a different reason. So there's not a whole lot in it, but there's my mom's. Still haven't been able to get to it yet, guys, but there's my mom's birthday gift to me. Can you believe that? That was October. That was Halloween. Okay, sorry, Mom. I'll get to it soon. And then there's some fabric and stuff down there. Paper towels, you know, just random stuff. And then here's this cabinet here. There's my backyard. I won't show you too much of that, plus the glare. There's a basket where I just put some stuff that I've gotten recently that I want to check out, like watercolors, and love these watercolors. These are awesome. Anyway, and then stuff people sent me, like there's some Sharpies and stuff. Anyway, so that stuff is there until I have time to mess with it. And then all of these drawers are full. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you everything, but like there are my India inks and stuff. Drawer full of those. And then there are my re-inkers for the Distress Oxides that I got for Christmas. And then here is some This is like fluid acrylic, I think, and some concentrated watercolor. Pretty exciting. Let's see, that's kind of, and something's happened, it's a little wobbly. Okay, and here we've got a bunch of washi tape, and then my re-inker, or not my re-inkers, my distress replacement pad, my distress tool stuff. And then there's a bunch of distress stains, and there's a bunch of re-inkers and stuff. I've had some of this stuff for years. I hope it doesn't expire. Ooh, there's a lot of my seam binding. I used to keep it on a ring. Now I put it in here. It seems to be easier. There's some more pretty laces and things. Some I bought, some have been given to me. And then there's some more washi tape. Lots and lots. And some more laces. Sorry if I keep getting out of frame, you guys. This is so weird. Just some different embroidery floss, different colors and things. Oh gosh, a drawer full of buttons. I don't even want to open that all the way. And some more laces and trims, paper clips, magnets, and more magnets. And then there's extra. This one's jam-packed. Score tape, more score tape, ATG tape, and different random markers and gel pens and whatever and whatnots. Okay, so that's that cabinet. Okay, now switching to the other side. There's the cabinet. This tall portion here, I also did those doors, and then it's like the full thing, just like it is on the other side. But on the top here, let me get this to where I can see. This houses, there's all those baskets are full. Let me pull one down. Are full of one-handed of flowers. So there's this one full of packages of flowers, and that's just the white. Whoa, that's just the white, black, ivory, orange colors. So that basket's full, that basket's full, and this one is really big, and it is jammed packed. So there's some different flowers back there. I won't pull everything out. And then I was playing with some, what's it called? Casting resin. I was playing with that. I don't know, it may have even been a year ago. I'm not sure. So, and then there's some random stuff up there. Extra things. I don't even know because I can't even reach, but that's okay. And then this bottom cabinet here. This is where all my sprays, they live in here. See? And then this goes all the way back. There's all kinds of ink pads and whatnot. And assortment of different types of inks. There's some Stamp It Up inks. There's my oxides. There's, I mean, just all inky inks. There's some more ink. Those are the chalk edgers by Prima. And then there's a basket full of just random stuff, you know, picture hanging stuff, and just, I don't know, just a bunch of like, there's nails and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, there's a heavy duty stapler. There's most of my recycling cardboard, chipboard stuff, and where I keep my chipboard, and some random different stuff. I really have no rhyme or reason. I don't know. It's just like blah. So there it is. So there's that cabinet. And then over here, there's some pull-out file cabinet drawers down there. And then here is where, I can't show you anything over there. Can't show you anything over here, but this basket, I kind of toss a bunch of stuff in there. And then in this little basket right here is just some leftover bits and pieces of fabric. And then some more thread and fabric-y type things. There's my traveler's notebook. There is the 2 projects we'll be making at Madecon. There's the lavender, pretty. And then there is the Graphic 45 fairy dust. So those are up here. And then there's my sprocket. And these are like brush lettering type, not brush lettering, but like a lot of my favorite like pens and stuff. And then a book for my brush lettering, practicing some cheap watercolor. And then up there, at the top, a couple books that I store. This one I made with my tag printable, my tag, oh shoot, what's it called? My tag book, my tag journal. I forget what it's called, but I house a lot of die cutting things there. And there's another crystal My husband and I made these 2 glass pumpkins probably 5 or so years ago. Let's see. Let me move some of these lights out of the way so I can move about a little bit easier. Okay, so I moved one of the lights, and this is where I edit my videos right here, and do all of my work, all of my template work that I need to do on the computer. Anytime I'm answering you, usually if it's not on my phone, I'm sitting right here. This is my project file. This is where I keep all of my projects, which I need to be careful so that you can't see anything. But in here, each one of these file folders has a different project in it. So that's where I keep, and then also keep paper that I'm using to like test stuff out. And then there's my go-to snack, honey roasted almonds and pomegranate dried cranberries. I don't know. There's my new Post-it notes that I had made for Metacon, and my pencil. Those are all of the things that I use while I'm sitting here at my desk. The different tombos that I use when I'm working in my bullet journal. There's my bullet journal. It's pretty chunky. I keep track of a lot of stuff in here, and it's pretty full, but I can't go through it because I got a lot of stuff in there that's top secrets. Then I've got some washi tape there that I use in my bullet journal, and there's my favorite lip gloss. I use it all the time, and some erasers and whatnot. So I have 2 monitors. That way it just makes my life easier. My husband did that. There's my youngest son. I wonder if he put that picture there. Hey, Mom. He also put that hello sticker right there. This is mostly office-y stuff, but like here is a basket where I keep a lot of like doilies and things. If I had somebody else filming, I could take a lot of that out and show you, but I don't. So there's some more doilies and paper and just randomness. And then, whoa, this is like typical office stuff. We won't go into those. But again, I did those doors as well. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so let's see. What else do we got? That's office stuff, office stuff, office stuff. Those baskets have office stuff up there. And more file cabinets. Oh, underneath here, I'm not a very good duster, so I hope you don't see too many dust particles anywhere. This is something that, oh, I don't know if I can show you guys. The wheels actually broke off of it just about a week ago. So this is where I keep these storage cases. These are like, I think they're Tulip. Or Iris, I-R-I-S brand. So this is for my lavender class in Texas, and this one is for my graphic 45 class. Just when I was planning stuff out, more Metacon stuff. And there's some more paper I need to experiment with, you know, so these rotate out quite a bit as well. And then over here is just kind of like another catch-all. There's nothing in that top one. They do come out. These are just like plastic containers. And then a lot of die-cut chipboards in there. And then there's just a bunch of randomness again down there. But that stays tucked back there behind or underneath that. And it doesn't get in my way at all. So I like that. And then over here, back to my workstation. Right? So there's where I keep my water brushes and stuff. And then there is some more bullet journal stuff, my Leuchtturm, and then there's some books, and then there's Amity Bloom's album, and then that's the album I made with the stuff Sue sent me, or I guess junk journal really. And then there's some more books that I use down there. And then when I'm sitting at my computer, I have a whole bunch of pens, and these are the pencils that I had made for Metacon. There we go. I have a whole bunch of those. And then here is where, you know those books that when I do my monthly giveaway drawings for the background design, here is where those books live. This way when you have a question, I can just reach around and go, oh, hang on, let me look. Because I do have to look. And then just some random books and things. I don't know why the roll of tickets are there, but they came in useful recently. And then just some more like journaling stuff. No biggie, just different little notepads and things. And then over here, I have Nick the Booksmith's album that she sent me. I love it. I just pick it up sometimes for inspiration. And then I have this wine cork thingy here that I've had this up here probably for 5 years. I made those keychains a long time ago, and I've never done a thing with them. But there they are. And then there is some more journals. This one, Marina from Say Something Crafty. Oh, that's her journal that she sent me. I keep that there. And then there is I'm a Cool Mom's journal, so it's there. And then down here is some rocks that my son painted for me a really long time ago. All right, so we're moving around to the front. So this is a different view. This is where I work all the time, day in, day out. I'm always up here. Okay. All right, so now we've got, this is where I keep all of my stamps. Most of my stamp sets are in those little binders there. And then there is some more stamp sets down here. Those are Stamp It Up. There's my Tombow markers that I just got for Christmas. And then there's a bunch of other, like, these are like little stamps. Whoa. Avalanche. Those little wood stamps. I just try to, I recycle as many containers as I possibly can for things. And then these are full of like wood mounted stamps. So I don't really stamp that much. I don't know why I've got so many stamps, but there you have it. And then here's all the different papers, well, some of them that I use. And then I can't show you that stuff. It's just camera equipment and whatever, some things that are special. There's a whole bunch of colored cardstocks. And then these baskets here, I have my favorite punches. And then I think this one, more punches, but then some camera stuff. Let's see, and there's that thingy. Here is another tall cabinet. Right, oh, the window's kind of making it dark. But in this cabinet is where I have 2 printers. There's my HP. There's my Epson. This thing is on its last leg. And there's all, you should have seen this hot mess the other day. There was so many cords coming out of there. It was ridiculous. So there's all that computer crap that my husband deals with. And then up here I have more paper that I keep for printing. I have so many different types of paper. It's ridiculous. Okay, so now this is a new printer I just got for printing photos. It's a Canon Pixma. I haven't used it that often or that much, so I'm not real sure if I recommend it yet or not, because I don't know, because I just got it. But it's huge and it prints very large pictures, so I like that. So underneath there, this used to be where my Vagabond lived, up top here. But underneath there is a bunch of different dyes. I keep all my dyes there. There's some mink foil, and there's my mink, and more dyes, and there's more ink for my printer. And then my Vagabond has hit the floor here, which is fine. And then over here is a bucket, heavy bucket full of more punches. So we won't go through all of that. But so that's where all my die cutting stuff lives. And then there's the typewriter that I haven't got a chance to play with. Oh, and my husband is insisting on this being up here. I don't want it up here, but he's making me. We've had this probably for 20 years, this box, this chest, and I love it, but I don't want it up here. I just put stuff on top of it, if that makes sense. So I've told you guys before that I'm in a loft, so I'm going to try not to show my messy house, but this is my loft area. So this is what I see every day. All right, so I'm going to take you guys now to my PSS room. You've only seen it one other time, I think. There's the chair I sit in when I'm filming my face. And then there's my beautiful children. They gave that to me for Christmas a few years back. They're a little bit older now, but anywho's. And then there's my stairwell of pictures. Okay, there's one of the journals I used to make. It used to be a custom journal that I would make. And so was that. Isn't that pretty? But then I keep a lot of just random art journals and stuff here, and photo albums and different things that are old, I've accumulated. But I thought I'd also share some of my kids' artwork while we're walking down this hallway. My son's painted all of these. Aren't they good? And then this one I painted with them I painted the top one, and then my son painted the bottom one. We painted it together, and they're dusty and crooked. That's awesome. And then, hang on the other side here, woo, I painted that one, and my son painted that one right along with me. And then the same here, I painted that one, and my son painted that one right along with me. And I think there might be a couple more down here. Oh, I didn't show you all. I think, yep, my son painted both of those. Hang on, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to go show you my very first painting ever. Okay, so back in my studio here, you see that painting up there? That is the very first painting I have ever painted, ever. And it's an eagle, and I had like directions, so that was awesome. But I painted that, and then I painted that over there. There's a painting also behind that monitor, but I just haven't moved it yet. So I think just about every painting in this house. There's another painting up there over the umbrellas. Was painted by me or my kids. I think there's even one from my husband. So I wanted to show you that real quick. Well, let me take you back to the PSS room. Alrighty, so we're walking down to the end of the hall here. This used to be my son's room, my youngest. But obviously I painted it and put girly stuff up. But this place is a mess because I'm getting ready for May-May-May-to-Con in March. So this is all kind of, this isn't even everything. This is the different products and stuff that I need to get together for everybody's kit. And then there's a box that I did that has different little journals. And then I don't think I can open this door, but there's that paint chart. I've showed you guys that before in a video. And then there's different little things. Like I had done this a long time ago, and I was thinking about using it in my Southern Charm album, but I never did, which is why it's hanging there with the Southern Charm back. That's like the under paper, you know. So there's all my different little under sheets. I just tack them to the wall, no big deal. There's a table my dad made. And then there's this big, I'm going to try to back up a little bit. There's this big bookshelf here that I found at like a thrift store. I painted it and made it look like something I would want in my house. There's some boxes up there. There's like ribbons and laces and stuff. Just, I used to do a lot of custom work, so I have a lot of craft, you know what I mean? There's books that I use, old book pages and stuff that I use, some different, these are some old notebooks of mine and my dad's. There's a painting that I did on a cover a long time ago. Then there's some old books, and there's a bunch, I have a bunch of these Tim Holtz alpha parts. I have a bunch of those. And then baskets full of glue and just, you know, things. I got this like at Hobby Lobby, and it's got like, you can't hardly see it, but it's got sections. So I keep a lot of my different things in here, metal pieces, you know, like, I don't know, just different, it's just random, just randomness. And then some more, these are like stickers and stuff. There's some chipboard pieces, or, yeah, I think that's what they're called, chipboard. I don't know. Anyway, they're like, yeah, they're chipboard pieces. So these is mostly stickers, gemstones, and things. I got some Martha Stewart chalk paint. I don't know, there's some Christmas stuff back there. There's some gems. There's a bunch of Tim Holtz stuff. There's my wax seal stuff, and I think there's other things down there at the bottom. There's some Prima junkyard finding type things in there. Then a bunch of wood embellishments. Love those. And then, oh, my favorite ever Marion Smith product were these things. These are called vintage trinkets. So when I found them, I grabbed them up. I don't think you can get them anymore, but I got a bunch of those. There's some just different random metal things. And some different, again, some more random metal things. Bunch of stuff. So my stained glass, oh, this fan here. I do my nails in this room as well. So this fan there, it's older than I am. So, but I put it in the window that's right here. Woo, blinding. When I'm doing my nails so that it'll suck the fumes out. There's some stuff that I use to recycle. There's a old table thingy that I altered. But here's now where my stained glass lives. Here it all is. I have no idea what that tool is right there. But it all moved into here. And since I'm, whoa. So since I'm working on this May Made It class, things have been moved around quite a bit. So I had to put up a lot of the albums people made me and sent me. Some of them are over here, but there is a bunch of different things that I use in my albums, like the flat back crystals and things. There's just a bunch of jars and the flowers, sequins, just random. Some baskets where I hold some extra washi tape and some masking tape. And then this is an actual real vintage laundry thing I found at a thrift store. And I used to keep, in one I would keep like peanuts over here, and then I would keep like tissue paper or, you know, stuff to stuff boxes with when I would ship. But I don't really do that anymore, so I filled it full of a bunch of different patterned papers. So, and then there's some more storage under there, just different baskets and stuff. Let me back up and show you the view. This is my table. It's a workbench that my dad made a long time ago. So I kind of converted it into a workbench for paper. And you guys, I can't show you everything because there's just too much. This video will be like 3 hours long. But I will show you some stuff. Oh, I can't show you that. That's the printable. So here's me starting the process of getting things ready for the class. There's some more, but all of those boxes contain collections. So, which reminds me, like for example, I have a whole collection of this. It was love clippings. See, I don't have enough boxes for everything. So there's love clippings. There is wild and free. So I have like, oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 full collections of things. And I was thinking, and that's what the view is from here. There's a lot of baskets under here as well. I was thinking that if and when I ever hit 50,000 subscribers, I would give away all these full collections. Plus I have more coming, some newer releases. So if y'all think you're subscribed to me, you may want to check because you may not be subscribed to me. So once I hit like 50, I'll do a big giveaway. We'll give away all those collections. There's a project I made. I forget what, I think that was a keepsake box, yes. I made that with the medium keepsake box. So this cabinet here, my husband made this for me. He just got some scratch and dent, like regular wall cabinets, and put some feet on it. Do you see the feet down there? Aren't they cute? And so we painted it, or I painted it. Let me show you what's up top first. There's just some seam binding I crinkled. There's some more albums. I made those all in a video, and there's another painting. It's kind of high. But here in this cabinet is where things live. Well, that's empty, but I've cleaned it out a little bit. So all of my originals live here. All of my workbooks live here. Let's see. There's the keepsake. You can't see them because they're kind of behind here, but all of my original stuff is here in this cabinet. And there's also some down here in this cabinet. And there's a lot of prototypes and things that I've made. Tons and tons of stuff. It's just jam-packed. Full of stuff. So sometimes when I need some inspiration, I come in here and I look around at all the different things that I've made. Or if people have questions about certain items or albums, or what did you do here, or how did you get that, or whatever, I come in here and I look at the albums. So just as easy as that. Simple as that. And then next to that, there's a dresser that my dad made a long time ago. It's like a shaker style dresser. He loved the shaker style stuff. And on top of it is a lot of albums that you guys have seen me make on camera. There's this huge clock. I'm not remembering where I got that from. I don't think it's running right now, but it's pretty and I like it. All of these albums were made on camera. Every single one. Even that piece back there. Oh, no, I didn't make that particular one on camera, I don't think. I made one in the art journal. But anyway, So here's a lot of those. And then in these drawers, there's some different cards and templates and envelopes, coin envelopes. Again, I used to make a lot of custom stuff. So, then over here, more glassine bags, more tags, doilies galore down there. Can you see all those? All different sizes. All right, let me see what's in this one. Oh, here's just some random. Before I used to make templates, when I would make something, I would make like a prototype that I could keep and refer back to. So baby book, I mean, some of this is the ultimate. It wasn't the ultimate when I made it at the time, but I'm just, oh my gosh, you guys. This was my first Southern Charm. This was my first idea. This was that paper I was telling you about that was hanging on the wall over there. Oh, I've got to show you guys something. Okay, so anyway, just a bunch of random stuff. Let me close that. So, let me move this crystal, that pretty amethyst. Let me move this. I want to show you guys. I made this, and it's dusty. Oh my. I made this forever ago for Christmas. I made this. There might be a date in it, but I made one for every family member of mine for Christmas, okay? And it's a box. This was before keepsake boxes, okay? This inside of here is an album. Oops. It's an album that I made. It's a recipe book that I made with all of my mammals who she's passed away. All of her favorite recipes that we remember her by, basically. And that's my little mammal there when she was a young girl. Is it going to focus? I can't tell if it's focusing, you guys. But anyway, so this was like, for example, this was something that was on her fridge. It was a magnet, so I kind of replicated it. And then all of this has significance. She loved to crochet. Let's see, what else? There's a butterflies, a hearts, and then her, what is that called? The birthstone. That's her birthstone. And then my mom had this pink and purple. The family knows. My mama used to love making cookies. So there's these tiny little cookie cutter charms on there. Anyway, super cute. So there's my memo. And so all the way through, like there's a sweet note that my papa typed out to my memo when they were young. 1949. Oh, let's see if I can zoom in on that. Let's see if it'll zoom. It says October 18th, 1949. That's sweet. Okay. So anyway. So there's like different dividers. There's appetizers. You know, and what I did was I put all of her, that's her handwriting. I did all of her recipes in here. I printed them off onto index cards. There is my mama and her daughters. And she loved bingo. And again, this is her actual recipe where she hand wrote it. Oh, we don't want to look at that picture. She loved to play cards. I mean, so it's just kind of personalized to her. There she is. So I was in butterflies. I was hoping there'd be a date, but it doesn't look like there is. There's where I wrote her bean soup recipe down and put it in here. And then there's, whoops, sorry, this place is packed full of stuff. Her desserts, she loves to make, or she used to love to make these Russian wafers, I think she called them. I'm not sure if that's what they are, but it's what they look like. And that was one of her favorite things to make. And then I've got a bunch of just different recipes back. She liked desserts, so the back is full. So I just thought that was fun. I didn't put a date on it. Well, I'll be darned. Is there anything on the bottom? No. I'll have to see if I can remember and ask my mom if she remembers. Alright, let me put this up. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but down here's a box of the stuff that my mom made. And I so want to do a video for you guys. I just haven't had the time yet. But she's letting me hang on to it until I do have the time. But anyways, so let me open this closet. There's two closets in here. This one, look, I don't know where or why my son thought his overalls needed to be in my storage closet, but we're not going to go in here. This place is packed, jam-packed full of stuff. We're just going to go ahead and close that back. Here is another thrift store find. Isn't this cool? It's made out of barnwood. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then there is where all my beads live, right here in this box. Oh, I can't pull it out. There's some more like storage thingies. This is for Made a Con. I don't know if y'all seen this one. Made that a long, long time ago. There's a lot of crochet threads and stuff that I need to put up. Up top here, there's like prototypes of my keepsake boxes, and there's a big clock. I love that clock. Box I made a really long, long time ago. And then there's some scrapbook albums that I kind of try to store things in. This is the way I used to memory keep, but it is convenient because it keeps everything in chronological order. Okay, so, and down there, some more bags, just more randomness. It's just random. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. This is stuff from the wedding. The wedding was May of last year, and it's almost been a year. I can't believe it's still sitting here. There's a chair that one of my nieces gave me. I just haven't put it together yet. And then over here is another closet. There's all that tissue paper and packing stuff that I was talking about. I don't know what to do with it, so there it is. It's in a garbage bag hanging from my closet door. In here is just a lot of extra things. I keep my recycling stuff, my, you know, like cardboard boxes. There's a bunch of bags and things. Just, I mean, just packed full. We're not going to go through all that. There's plastic containers in there, and there's just random, there's some camera equipment stuff over there. More paper pads. That goes all the way to the floor, you guys. I'm not going to move everything. There's my book press my husband made me. There's that hideous paper trimmer scoreboard thingy. Don't like it at all. Alright, I'm going to close this. And then I also got some stuff hanging on the door. Looks like I bought this years ago, you guys. I don't even remember what it was for. But there's stuff there. So, moving on. Then there's a painting I started probably 15 years ago and never finished. It's my dad's favorite place. We went there on vacation one time and I was painting it. Isn't it pretty? It's a shaker thing. I don't know. There's my big old easel. I got that for Christmas. Okay, now see, this is what I'm talking about random. You see that little plastic push car thingy right there? This thing was my oldest when he was a baby. And he's 25. Why is it in here? I don't know. But there we are. There it is. It makes no sense, but there it is. Oh, here's, I've got a lot of like metal beads, embellishments and things. Those are the stick pin thingies. All of these things are full of different metal embellishment type deals and charms and things. So these are all recycled thing. And these things here have, those are 7 Gypsies letters. And then I think this is, yeah, those are wood embellishments. So I try to stay organized. I don't know how good I do, but I try. Down there is just binders full of random papers. When I did custom stuff, that's how I organized my stuff. And I don't do that anymore, but there they still are. Here is where I do my nails. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I used to be a professional nail tech. I'm still a nail tech, but I don't work at doing nails. I only do my own. So this is where I sit and do my own nails. I had to fix one this morning before I started recording. And there's a map of the world. I did have the idea of putting a pin in every place that I shipped something to, but that kind of got away from me. I never did start doing that, but it's still kind of cool to have in here. This is still more nail stuff. That's all my work stuff from when I actually worked in a salon. And then there's another container here full of paper stuff and baby wipes and extra bulbs. Did I show you? I already showed you this under here. Those are all different types of collections and pages and stuff, or pages and things that I've used. Those are boxes full of things I want to get rid of, like baby papers and stuff. And then there's like a whole container down here full of tape. I know you can't hardly see it, but there it is. And then coming back up here, around here, there's another cabinet. This used to be my brother's a long time ago, but I've got stuff up top, like there, that's from the wedding. And this, you guys, that's where the piggies came from. This is the one and only project I've ever purchased from Laura Dennison. This is the Gypsy Wagon or something. I loved that thing. That thing, it was so new to me, but that thing was awesome. And it's got like a little album and its tushy end here comes out right there. I just love it. It's just, but I keep it up there. It's the only one I've ever bought, and I think that is exactly where those piggies came from. I didn't show you the other piggy, but I will, if I remember. So that was a fun project. That was a long time ago. There's my mixed media thing. That was hanging on the wall, but then my kids gave me that picture, so I had to replace me and my hubby with them. And then there's a bunch of extra cardstock. There's some extra bullet journals for when mine get full. There's some seam binding and some baker's twine that used to actually sit behind me. And then here's all of my wires for my bind it all. And there's the ones that Sue sent me. There's some vintage things in there. This is when I used to ship. So I would have this shipping station. So I would wrap everything in seam binding and everything would be in a bag. And it was just all nice and neat and tidy and looked pretty cool. This thing, We Are Memory Keepers stapler. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. I was going to do a video on it, but I just don't like it. So there it sits. And there's some extra paper pads. These are like 6x6, 4x6. There's some grunge board. You guys remember grunge board? Here's when I thought I was going to start drawing me some people, figure type people. Anyway, it's still in the box. The grunge board. I think they're not making that anymore. I love that stuff. I used to make those big letters out of those grunge board pieces. And then down here's the planner stuff I did and brush lettering stuff. And then there's a basket. There is a Zutter chipboard cutter. The Zutter cutter, actually, is what it's called, the Zutter cutter. So like I said, when I used to make a lot of custom work, I would make, like if somebody would order something, I would make 2 of that journal. So I would cut, you know, a bunch of chipboard at one time. So that thing made my life a lot easier. A lot easier on my hands, a lot easier on my craft knife because I didn't have to use it, that kind of stuff. So that doesn't get used very often, but anyway, oh, there's my little trash bucket. That's probably empty right now, mostly. So you guys, I think that's it. I think that's all. That is my creative spaces. Okay guys, I wanted to show you my other little piggy. Did I show you my other little piggy? He lives here. I don't know why. It makes no sense, but there he lives. Okay, I just thought I'd share that with you. But anyways, so let's swing around here. So I hope I didn't make you guys too sick, and I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. And I hope you enjoyed the little glimpse into my world. It is a little cleaner than normal. So don't think that your craft room has to be this clean because like I said, I just cleaned it up a couple days ago. So you guys, give me a thumbs up if you like this video and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think of my studio space. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.